Hello, Internet. Mr. BPG here, testing out a remote studio. If you want to see me live, well, I'm going. The journey's going to take us through this little world of the Simpsons. This little world of the Simpsons I built, and I'm not going to be in this show because I guess I'm really pushing the internet. The internet's having trouble keeping up. I'm feeling a little glitchy. The Simpsons Tapped Out is a game that was released many years ago. And I became personally obsessed with it from a purely anthropological and philosophical point of view. Could I design a perfect town that splits the rich from the poor, the faithful from the unfaithful, the many different faiths, creating a utopia where education is free, healthcare is cared for, and all the citizens are happy? In doing so, I have tried to lay out this town in to the best of my ability. And then I got bored. This game was absolutely the most fun to just sort of pop in before I would fall asleep because I eventually started building a, how'd you say, hedge maze. And we'll get to the hedge maze at the end. For now, I'm going to slip over to the game and do some playing. Feel free to check in if you're free at this time. Oh, hold on. So if you want to join us today in our chat, feel free. It'd be nice to see you. And then if not, I understand. It's a Wednesday, kind of a surprise live day where I didn't quite expect to go live, but I did. And I went for it. It was kind of fun. So, anyways, without any more of me running my gab, let's go ahead and switch back to. All right, so the Simpsons Tapped Out starts off with daily challenges where they have three different things for you to earn different types of currency. They give you three different currencies: dollars and donuts, things you can eat and things you can use to invest in things to get you more things. I've built typically starting with Homer and Flanders being neighbors, of course, and tapping on the screen gets you the money they earn. I have their cars, or the Simpsons cars, parked outside the Simpsons house. The Simpsons obviously have a plum tree, but the Flanders have the money tree in their house there. And yeah, next to them is the Buddhist temple. In a bit of a yin yang position, I tried to go with Buddhist temple and then Fort Sentinel, a little warring faction. They have a lighthouse looking out on the ocean because out on the ocean you can eventually discover things, mainly some islands. Anyways, this is supposed to symbolize the two different halves at war. Right next to the other direction, which is the Reverend Lovejoy's church neighborhood. Behind the church, they have the Young School Indoctrination Society. Willie's got his Scottish flag outside of his shack. There's Springfield Elementary just down the school, and it looks like there's a Mayor Quimby with an exclamation point. So let's see what this guy has to say. Your space program needs astronauts, someone capable of earning NARA certification, stars, and relatable to the common man. Look, I know you're hinting at me to come out as an astronaut retirement, but I gave all that up when I learned I could get astronaut ice cream here on Earth. Lisa says you were an astronaut. Homer says, don't you remember when I trained and went into space, survived an emergency landing? I also held up an inanimate carbon rod at the parade. You were the inanimate carbon rod holder. Why didn't you say so? No one remembers? That does it. I'm entering the NRA certification program. Now, Frank has joined the chat. Great. All you need to do is sign your name. That's too much work. I quit. There you go, Homer. But now he's got to train as an astronaut if I want to follow the story thread. Which, I'm not against story threads, but I won't always watch all the story threads. So, continuing on, we're going to let him talk, because I just want to get through this town. I got a lot of residuals to pick up. That's I guess you could say that's kind of the fun part of the game, is going through and picking out your residuals, looking for what do you call it? Funny things to do. Like, I got these characters to come together here for some reason. Now, outside of the main neighborhood with the rows of houses, I know Millhouse is in here somewhere. Also, all the houses had a bonus where you could add their Christmas lights up, so I guess we're getting to the season. Well, that's Sanjay's house. He doesn't have Christmas lights. That is Millhouse house. So it looks like they have a Christmas and a Festivus. We'll go with the Festivus house. See what the Simpsons got. Simpsons have the tacky Festivus house, their classic Christmas house. Not go tacky yet. Let's see what the Flanders can do. They have a tasty Festivus house and a Christmas Flanders. Well, I mean, it's Flanders, so it's got to be Christmas. But if he's going to go Christmas, then Simpsons got to go Festivus. All right, look at that. Let's see if I can remember how to do this part. So zooming in, you can get a closer view of the people. They're obviously, Rainer Wolfcastle is as big as a house, so nothing's to scale. It's just simulated universe. But got a bunch of stuff that would definitely cave in the roof. That's way too much. But no notes. Turning away from the main district, we have the Krusty Burger and all the classic food spots. We got this guy guarding the Quickie Mart with look, there's a bridge into Springfield Heights. I wonder what's over here. And here we have the Springfield Heights Promenade Mall, where Ed McKay is having a smoke break. Should really stop smoking, Ed. Cost $17 though, so why not? Let's see. We got Dead Horse outline in the news team, so then we got killed them all. All the funny Simpsons home names. Around the corner, they have the fancy stores, and then finally over here we have an outdoor theater that also works next to the opera theater, and then also indoor theater. Sorry, I lost myself there for a second. Looks like I'm back. I don't know why I'm having connection issues. Let me see if I can find an even more secure connection and really test the internet over here and see how far we can push it. Don't worry, I don't think anyone's watching. Okay, check 1 2. Am I back? Am I back? Am I back? Yeah, I'm back. Okay. Well, see how this goes. There's the little dolphin house. And then way out in the ocean, there's a crashed plane. Let's see. Check 1 2, even better. I can't even find this audio mixer needs work. We are combining a OBS studio with a what do you call it? With a cell phone, with EVMux. Thank you, EVMux, for your software, which is allowing us to make the stream even easier than it would be otherwise. Streaming at an odd time, but I figured why not. So over on the rich side of town, we have Burns and his slant drilling. There's Moe's bar right next to Burns. That's why Homer gets stuck there on his way home rather than getting home across the hard way. And you have the Burns McMansion, protected by a tree, you have the Mafia Mansion, the McMafia, and then you have McBain's McMansion, where he's got the brick walls that the Simpsons they used to drive over with his Hummer, which was funny back in the day. And then finally, we got this guy. That's Mayor Quimby's mansion. So down on the promenade, I have some fun stuff going on here. Not only are there a lot of really cool old stores, but you got Rex Banner eating the kaboom. You got all the street performers. You got the sea captain who's going to be talking. You got a dog here, which if I tap, he does something. We got Seymour Skinner. What would he be doing? Since he's supposed to be getting those now, is there something else we can make him do? He's going to go work at the Springfield School. No, he's going to go bird watching. There you go. I got Nelson's mom working at the strip joint, just like someone. No, I'm just kidding. The strip joint is right next to the CD bar, right next to the Springfield Arms Motel, right next to a nice little roundabout and smiley face garden I made for the hell of it. Here's the other half of the squid port, which in my game I designed, or my version, I designed out the squid port to resemble a trident coming out into the water. He's off to one side. You got the abandoned warehouse at the edge of the squid port, because that's where the squids would be supported. And then you got the lemonade and fried dough, and these are actually from one of the updates they did with the Krusty Land, which I repurposed over here, because when you have a squid port, you gotta have food. Got all the classic stores from the show, and then Pirates Skull and Crossbones in the middle. Got a sushi bar and a tiki bar with a fancy water fountain in between. Strategically placed all of the bells and whistles and everything else going on here. Boy, what's he up to? Just have him stand out there. He's very unimpressed by this. And then over here, oh shit, we discovered the maze. At the Stonecutter's Lodge, where the all-seeing eye has a sacred parchment, we find ourselves in the maze. So the maze is a desperate place. You find yourself in the maze, be not afraid to turn away. In our first direction away from the maze, we realize we find someone who gave up trying to find their way out of the maze. And just like to hang out the rest of the day. Zigzagging through the maze, you can follow different paths, and every inch of this hedge maze is navigatable. And it is filled with all sorts of Easter eggs from the Simpsons show, game, from all of it. It's a very Simpsons themed maze. And the fun part of the maze is to just sort of work your way through and find all the different things you can find. I've hidden about a dozen of these rakes so that, if done correctly, the character Sideshow Bob can just be wandering through the maze, stepping on rakes. And there's actually a lot of different characters in the maze doing different maze things. Like, here we have a fallout shelter randomly in the maze. And if we go away from the fallout shelter and follow the path, random debris, we find Uncle Moe's exotic petting zoo. Jesus, I need glasses. Because I read erotic petting zoo, which I would not want to go to an Uncle Moe's erotic petting zoo. I'd definitely turn the other way if I found that. There's the Merry Old Fun Center with Sir Putt-a-Lot. and that's right around the corner. We're right.
I thought you.
I got people calling in, but not really calling in. Kind of the new thing that they do where they call and hang up right away. But now that I'm online, if you guys want to talk, I'll be right here for you. Matter of fact, let's talk as we work our way through the maze and discover next to the orphanage is the casino. You walk through the gates and there's the Burns Casino. So long, suckers. There's the Homer's House of Cards. There's Gaming Moe's. The concierge desk will help you enjoy this private casino in the maze, where a airport just so happens to be located. Where for $1, we're going to go ahead and fly Marge to Jamaica. She's going to be coming back with $700. So I don't know if she's selling or moving. We're not going to think about that. I want to move back out. So, yep. My maze has a casino with an airport attached to it in case you want to fly into the maze rather than accidentally stumble through it at the Stonecutter's Lodge. There's the first church of the Lard Lad Donut next to what's probably the lake where Jason got drowned in, next to a haunted campfire. There's a lot of Halloween updates that I hide in the maze because they don't fit in the regular world. Here's another victim outside of a Quickie Mart, which is the theme of the Simpsons world I built here, which is Quickie Marts with chalk outlines. If you haven't noticed, now you'll notice. If you wander in the Lay's far enough, you can find Bumblebee Man's taco truck. Where they're getting fresh taco meat, I don't want to know. Obviously, you have the ballet. Look at the bear. If you end up have to go to the bathroom, there's a toilet here in the maze. And then I put up a sign for Newark, just to let people know that there's a casino somewhere in the maze if they get lost and can't find their way. There's the Rusty the Clown boat parade, and next to here is another one of my what is, it's not a concentration camp, but it's very much like one. Where it's more of a cult. It's a cult to the love of teddy bear. With the teddy bear in the middle who loves to love you. And the blood fountain and the sacrifice tent. Let's get out of that part of the maze. And, I think we found the Wall of Souls. With the open grave pit that leads you into the, Costco, the corporate building. I was trying to make a metaphor there. It's deep within the maze. You have to go through a wall of souls to sell your soul to the corporate Santa Claus master overlords, and once you go in, you can't come back out. So we'll avoid that direction. Got the stuffed blimp in the maze, and then just outside the maze is the quote-unquote entrance to the maze, sort of, because the train stop for the monorail is officially the other entrance to the maze. The maze covers all of this ground and bumps right up into the recycling center, where we got a lot of garbage at the dump, and the Springfield tire fire, and all the recycling. We got plenty of recycling. We got glass, plastic, and metals. And Cletus is here to help. Cletus, the slack-jawed yokel. Well, I gotta go to the rail yard. I'm not going to the rail yard. I want Cletus to dig through the garbage with me. I like to have certain characters doing certain things at certain times because I think it fits with the theme. Zooming in here, you come around the corner of, Cletus's farm and the old Simpsons farm and a few of the other ones, and in sort of the poorer side of town. This is how we went through the middle class to the rich class, and now to the poor class of town. And here they are doing the recycling. They have the recycling notice here. You have your scrap yard next to your tire fire, next to your garbage dump, next to your recycling center. A lot of goofiness going on in that garbage dump. Golden cap idol. How'd that get there? Guy in a tube. No notes. Nope. What I'm doing is zooming in and out using a mouse interface for the BlueStacks software I'm using to be able to get into the Simpsons game. This Simpsons game is technically a mobile app available to download on most of the Play stores. And while it is a free app, they do heavily encourage you to pay. Here's a little gnome house with a three-headed dragon living in a cave, mounting some bats. That's what that was thinking into. Here the maze sort of tapers into this old town, and then sort of a mirror nice town. And then through a tunnel that takes you to the Springfield Zoo. And my maze has a zoo with all the fancy animals, including a petting zoo. And then a big opening to the water, which is called the Wet and Wacky World. You just jump into the water. But if you swim across, you can find Krusty Land, the crustiest place on Earth, where their currency is Krusty tickets. I designed hello. I designed the roller coaster to have a bunch of bumper cars, but it looked like roller coaster cars falling off at this point to show off the danger. I got the different rides and shows from Krusty World, where nothing can possibly go wrong. Another Bumblebee Man's Tacos. Here I got to line up the seven surly dwarves or Duff guys right outside the Duff Pavilion, where they have backyard stills in the backyard mixing up the drinks. They got the tavern on the screen, laid a bunch of flowers down to make that fancy entrance. And I sort of have like a gaming boardwalk where we can play a balloon toss. Let's see, going back to the other screen. Anybody there yet? Nope, nobody there yet. So I'm gonna pick the color. I gotta go blue. Oh, goose eggs, purple. That's fine. I've got over 100,000 tickets. Maybe one day I'll find something to spend them on. So yep, and if you take the Krusty Land shuttle, it'll teleport us to the other side of Krusty Land, where there's the Krusty Land Hotel and the entrance to Krusty Land with their expressway and road to nowhere, an expressway and parking lot that's still in the maze. Once you get in the maze, you can really get lost in the maze. Something else the Simpsons have tried to doing is having all of these bonus games where I'm supposed to be digging up. Look, I found treasure, and then you dig up another layer with the rest of your points. You get an experience. You get the stuff you get from getting it. And I even got a new street. Now we get to place the street lamp center. So where should it go? Typically, when I get something new like this and it goes in the maze, I'll look for a place in the maze that I haven't gotten into yet, and I'll place it there because it makes sense. Since I have a brand new street lamp, I think I'm going to have to put it over here in this empty space. You see the check mark tells you where it drops, and there's my street lamp. And eventually I'm going to have to build more of this maze out this direction. Do you require some assistance? Okay. Hang on, nobody. Hang on, nobody. Come here, Lola. Come here, Lola. Don't let her get in. Come here, Lola. Come up, dog. Find a hold screen. Oh, the Lola. Lola.
Tiger.
The boy tiger. Come here, Lola. Get your treat. Lola.
Hmm? Are you live?
Camera's not live. As far as I know, no one's watching. I don't have regular live moves. Here, you got the lighting here. So we may as well do it here, huh? Hit the roll.
Ow! Like you? Lola. Been a long time, Lola. No, not done. We got one more pawpaw. No. Wait. Hold on. You want to hold Jerry while I hold Jerry? Or do you want to hold? I can't remember what we did last time. The girl will, no fighting though.
Yeah, fighting. I'm not giving you. Jerry.
Hey Jerry, you gotta do your toes.
All the tones is giving you a second. Lola, go to your crate. Tail wagging.
Hold on, one more on the top. Hold on, one more on the top. Oh, Jerry, come on, good boy. Good boy. Hey, hey. Good boy, Jerry. That's the goodies. Two more.
Jerry, stop. Stop acting out. You thinking. You stink. You stink of fear. Alright, get up. Get down. Down. Get down. Come on.
Come on, come down.
Come on down.
Go sit down. Tiger, get down.
Come on, good boy. It's Tiger's turn. Come here. Hey. Get down.
Tiger doesn't need one. He has one foot that needs to be done.
Lay down.
Down.
This foot. This foot, buddy. Come here, come. Hug. Hug. Hug.
Tiger, stop. Stop. Tiger. Tiger.
Hug.
More. Good job, Tiger. Thank you, Shula.
Everyone's watching anyway. Hey. This live stream is